Okay, so you've mastered jumping and getting into the air. Well, if you haven't, you can click down below to see that video, but let's say you have. So now let's look at how you can add some style to your jumps. Here's our 5 easiest ways. Okay, so number 1 is the turn bar. It's as easy as it sounds really. As soon as you're in the air, just turn the bar slightly to the side. Pretty simple, but it looks really cool. For extra style points, you can lean your body away from the turn. Just remember, straighten your bars up for landing. Number 2 is a tuck. That's a really cool way of making some extra height on the jump. So once you're up and in the air, you can push your hands away from you and bend your knees to bring that back wheel up right to your bum to nose the bike in. Looks really cool. Just remember to extend your legs again for landing, and be careful because you can start jumping a bit further if you do really big tuck. So don't go too fast and overshoot the landing. So now we're going to move on to getting the bike sideways. This turns into a whip, where it starts off with what you call just a small kick out. Here we're on a hip jump, so the takeoff goes in that direction and the landing is actually slightly on the turn. So that's going to help, so I can turn the bike into it. I don't have to get the bike completely straight to land. I actually want to land a little bit sideways. So to get the bike moving in the air, you actually need to turn off the takeoff a little bit. So turn slightly up the takeoff, use your arms to pull the bars around and your feet to push the back wheel out. What's really important is that actually your body stays in that direction. So my arms are that way, my feet are that way, and then I can pop the bike back straight. Squashing jumps can look really stylish, but also useful if we're going to overshoot that jump. Just soak the bike up and bring your arms and feet towards you when you hit the lip to take out that height. If you add a bit of a sideways motion, just like the whip, that becomes a scrub. But rather than popping up into your whip, you're soaking the jump up and pushing the bike sideways. This is a tabletop. This is about laying the bike over flat in the air. You'll probably find it slightly easier to lay it towards your front foot. So I ride left foot forward. I find it easier to tabletop to the left. So it's a little bit like a whip where you're trying to move the bike into the air. But to lay the bike over flat, what you need to do is push your outside knee into the top tube and almost pull up slightly with that foot. I also bring this elbow up and push the bars over flat. It's a case of doing it with the feet and the arms to lay the bike over. I actually find this easier to take my fingers off the brake levers because your hands will actually twist around the bars slightly to do this. There you go. So there's our top 5 ways of styling a jump. And if you practice, you can be just like Mark Beaumont. And for more videos from GMBN, you can click up here for our how to jump video, or click down here for our top 10 ways to ruin a ride. One of those is falling off and hurting yourself. So don't do handbrake turns in the track and don't fall off your bike. And you can always click on me to subscribe to GMBN.